Hi kids, it's Emily from Midwest Food Connection, and I'm here with a video to show you how to start seedlings. So I'll show you the process of how to do that, but first I'll tell you why you might want to start seedlings inside your house instead of just planting them outside in the garden. So some plants, like these pepper plants here, they need a long time to grow big enough to make peppers for us to eat. And so if we start them inside, they'll have enough time to make a pepper like this during the summer. Other plants you might just want to start inside, so they'll have a head start. And by the time it's warm enough to move them out in the garden, they'll be a little bit bigger and they'll be able to grow bigger. So we can also look at some of the different things that you could grow from seeds. When you plant seeds, you can grow all kinds of fruits and vegetables. And here's just a few examples. You could grow cucumber from these seeds. With your cucumbers, you might like to make some pickles. And if you're going to make pickles, you're going to need some dill to go with it, to flavor the pickles. You might also like to grow summer squash, like this. Today we'll plant some summer squash seeds. So next I'll show you the materials that you'll need to start your seeds, to start your seedlings growing. I'll move my plants out of the way here. So what you'll need is some soil, and I've got potting soil here. This potting soil isn't just dirt that I dug up from the backyard. I got it at the garden store or at the co-op, and it came in a bag like this. So it's got some compost added to it, and some minerals and some other things that baby plants need to grow. Baby plants are sometimes called seedlings. So I've got my potting soil here, and then I've got some containers that I could plant seeds in. You could use a big container like this. If you poke some holes in the bottom with something sharp like this, or you could have a grown-up help you use a pin or a nail to poke holes. You could use a small container like this. This is one that I got a plant in, so I'll just reuse it. Or if you have a drinking cup that you don't need anymore, you could poke holes in the bottom with your corn holder as well. So this is the one that I'll use today, medium-sized cup. Okay. I have a marker to label the cup, so I'll go ahead and do that now. I'll write the name of what I'm planting. Summer squash. And I can write today's date so I can keep track of how old my plant is. A couple other things that I've got here. I've got some water in a spray bottle. But if you just have a regular water bottle, you can use that to water your plant too. And I have some sticky plastic. I like to make a mini greenhouse with my cup and the sticky plastic so it's really warm inside there and the plant can get a good start on growing. So now I'll show you how I will actually plant the squash seeds. Got my cup, and I like to just use the cup as a scoop. So I'll scoop up the soil with the cup. And I usually don't fill it all the way to the top, just in case I need to add more soil later to support the plant. So just about 3/4 of the way full. So if I were planting little tiny seeds, like these dill seeds here, I would make the hole really tiny, maybe just about this deep. But since we're planting summer squash seeds, which are a little bit bigger, I can make the hole a little deeper. So I always like to use my pinky finger to make the hole. And I'll put my pinky finger down about to my second knuckle to make 2 holes in my cup. I usually do 2 just in case one of them doesn't grow. Then I'll put 1 seed in each hole. And I'll just cover it up really gently with my finger. You don't need to press it down really hard. Then I'll give it about 10 sprays of water if I'm using a spray bottle, or a nice sip of water if it's just a cup or a water bottle. You want the top of the water to look nice and wet. And don't worry if it looks really wet, the water will drain down into the soil like a sponge. I usually put plastic on top to make that mini greenhouse, cover it. And then after a few days, you can check underneath and see if anything has grown. And if it's grown, you can take the plastic off. If it hasn't grown, you can maybe give it some water and put the plastic back over the top. So that's how you can start a plant growing from seed in your house. Check in again next time to learn how to take care of your plant and how to move it to your garden when it's done.